Welcome to Senior Break. I am Marie May from Addison Township Senior Center.
And I'm Dawn Medici with Oxford Township Parks and Recreation. And today we have a special guest from the Michigan Secretary of State. We have Kelly Davis, Michigan Department of State, the mobile office coordinator. Welcome.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Kelly.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, so this program I learned about at our MASS conference last fall, and I spoke with you and was able to get something on the calendar to have this mobile office come out to Oxford to serve our community. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then tell us about the mobile office.
So yeah, as you said, my name is Kelly Davis, and I am the mobile office coordinator, and I've been with the Secretary of State since 1997. Wow. And I started in a branch, and then in 2018, I took over the mobile office. And at that time, we were more of we did like the auto shows, we did fairs, we went up to the UP. And then COVID, of course, hit, and we had to stop. And then when Secretary Benson was elected, she wanted to revamp the mobile office and to make it for more people to benefit from it and to work with individuals who experience barriers. So her goal was to revamp the mobile office to work with seniors. Yeah. We work with homeless individuals. We work with housing insecure. We work with foster youth, returning citizens, and individuals that have language barriers. Okay. So the goal is to work with these individuals so that they don't struggle going into a Secretary of State office. So we come to the organization, they prepare their individuals, and we can do any transaction that a Secretary of State brick and mortar branch can do.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
That's really good.
I really excited because to have those in our community that can come out and take advantage of this is going to be a great benefit. So thank you very much.
And sometimes when they go into the office, they're a little anxious. You know, this is going to be a lower key type.
Yes.
Get my work done.
Right.
Yeah.
And
my business
have to
done.
check in or pre-register, and they don't necessarily have to wait at the actual
we
office.
have there's two staff that come out with every mobile office. We have a mobile office manager, and then they have a clerk, and they are they're wonderful. All of the staff that works at the mobile office is wonderful, and yes, they're not as anxious. The seniors, when they come into the mobile office, they're not as anxious. It's more personable because it's just the two staff members,
right?
And it's just a great service.
Mm-hmm. And they really can come in and get information about what they might need to do some business that they need to if they don't know which papers. So they can come in and they can ask you and just say, well, what'll I need to do? That's what I would have to do.
Yes.
Right.
If I was going to transfer something, I would not know, but I would feel good about coming into my senior center and asking you what to do, and then go home and get it.
Sure,
Right.
and also we always let the organization know that if one of their members has a question, they can reach out to us and we can answer it prior to when we're there also.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So,
That's
I
good
get
to know.
emails that, ask
Yes.
what type of documents they need or what the cost is going to be.
Okay.
And then I can answer that so that the senior or the individual utilizing the mobile office at that time is more prepared.
Yes.
But we do get a lot of seniors that come in and they want to check it out. They want to see what it's all about.
Yeah.
And they do have questions. And again, the staff that runs those mobile offices, they're great.
And things change all the time, so
Right.
you might not be prepared
Absolutely,
as you
yes,
think you are
yes.
10 years ago.
Yeah,
Right.
because right now, we have the Real ID that's going into law in March of 2025, and so if you want to board a plane domestically in the United States, you either have to have a passport or a Real ID, and individuals, of course, are confused about that.
Okay.
So they could go to the mobile office and ask, what is the Real ID, and how do I get the Real ID?
What is a license considered?
So it goes on your driver's license, and it's a gold star. So that shows that we verified your birth certificate, your identity documents. If you've been married, we verified those documents. And then when you go through TSA, they see that you have the real, the star, that you've been basically,
been checked.
vetted. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I just got that in the mail, and I saw that gold star.
Yeah. So that's
And
what
I
the
went,
Gold
that's
Star
good,
is.
then that's
yeah.
a big help.
Yes, it is, and it's actually United States wide. You know, it unfortunately happened after 9/11.
Yeah.
But you know, it's slowly starting to take
Right.
effect with all of the states.
That deadline has changed a couple
Yes,
of
it
times.
yes,
so,
it
okay,
has. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, but right now it's March of 2025.
Okay, that's
So
good
is that
to
the
know.
same license that you could use? I mean, that star means that if you go to Canada?
No, that is an enhanced driver's license.
Okay, so that would
so
have
that's
another
a little bit
marking?
more, right. So that's almost kind of like a mini passport. So if you're going to go to Canada and you don't want to take your passport, you can get the enhanced driver's license. We need to see the same documents as you would see as a real ID. It's just
Okay.
the cost is a little bit more.
Okay.
But if you ever fly to another country, you do have to have a passport. So the enhanced driver's license is only for land travel or travel by water.
Okay, so I turned in my license, and it was enhanced. So I got it back, and it's got the gold star on it. Is it still enhanced?
Does it have the American flag on it also?
Oh, I have to check.
So if it has the American flag
I'll
and the
check.
gold star, then it's both.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good to
and
know.
so you're double covered.
Okay, okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that's real good to know.
All right,
Yeah.
so if somebody comes in to the center and they want to do the enhanced driver's license or a real ID, what documents are needed?
So in order to get a real ID or an enhanced driver's license, they have to have their birth certificate or a valid passport. And if they've ever been married, they have to have name change documents. Unfortunately, if they've been married more than once, they have to have each one. We have to see the connection of the names. But those are the two main documents that they would have to get the enhanced or the real ID.
So like a marriage certificate?
Yep, marriage,
Okay.
marriage license,
License,
marriage
okay.
certificate, yep. You know, any court order, name changes, anything like that.
All right. And is there any service at this mobile office that you cannot do?
Yeah, we cannot do any testing. So we can't do any original driver's license if somebody has never had a driver's license before.
Okay.
And that is for security purposes because when you go in to take a test at an office, you take it on a kiosk. We don't have that in the mobile office. We don't have people that can monitor that. So we do not do any testing. So, but the mobile office staff, if you need to take a test, can make an appointment for you at your local branch.
Oh, that's good. So if they're not able to take care of you there, then they can
Absolutely.
get you.
Then, yep, they can make you an appointment.
All right.
Yes.
And I know I used to be, I haven't been there in a while, you would take a number when you go in, and you would sit down. But if you have an appointment,
Yes.
they take your
So
appointment.
none of the offices have the take a number system anymore. We
Oh,
are
see, I'm behind.
yep.
Oh,
We
wow.
are
I mailed
by
in.
appointment. You can make an
okay.
appointment through our website, michigan.gov/SOS,
Okay.
or by calling our customer service number. As a last resort, you can go into a branch and they will schedule you an appointment, but they prefer that you try to schedule it online or through the phone.
Okay.
right.
Oh, that's good. That takes care of the waiting.
Yes.
It
Simplifies it
yes,
for
it really
everybody.
does. We get a lot of compliments on it. The people are not waiting as long as they used to. You know,
Yeah.
it used to be a 2-hour wait sometimes when you go to Secretary of State.
Right.
And now you can usually get in and out within 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, that's good. That's
All
really
right.
good.
Well, we have to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what the mobile office has to offer.
Be right back.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Welcome back to Senior Break, and our special guest today is Kelly Davis from the Secretary of State, and she has given us a mountain of information of what we need to know about the Secretary of State. And we have a couple, well, we have probably a lot of questions.
Right.
But one of them was about where else. Maybe you had the question, Dawn.
Well, yeah, I wanted to say that I was really happy to hear that you said, in addition to scheduling appointments online, that there is a customer service number.
Yes.
That if somebody doesn't have access to a computer, or it doesn't have internet access, or just wants to call, what's that number for them to call?
Our customer service number is 767-6424. And there are a couple different options that you can select, and one of them is to make an appointment, and they can schedule you an appointment through the phone then.
And are different locations, did you say?
We
that
have,
they could-
so also out in the public, in some
Mm-hmm.
in businesses, Kroger's and Myers, we have self-service stations.
Okay.
And so most transactions can be done at a self-service station. You would just take your registration and you scan it or type in the last couple digits of the VIN number and it'll pull it up and you can pay for it. And that will actually print it
Right there? Wow.
Yeah. And they've expanded the services at the self-service station in the last couple of years. So you can do driver's license renewals, ID renewals and stuff like that, yes. We
great.
also have our online services that you can do a lot of transactions through also. And that website is michigan.gov/SOS. And you would just click the online services.
Okay, that's
Wow,
really good.
really simplifying it for,
Very much so, yes. Secretary
for the
Benson
customers.
has, that was her goal was to be more customer accommodating.
right, that's
Yeah, and then
great.
you don't have to get out if you do it online.
Yes.
Of course, a lot of seniors are not computer savvy.
Right.
Right, and again, that's
That's
what
why-
the
This is
mobile
why-
office
Yep.
is,
Yes.
yes.
So the mobile office is coming to Oxford on Thursday, March the 21st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are taking appointments, so please contact the Parks and Recreation office to get registered. And that number is 248-628-1720. And then they're going to be in Addison Township
On
on
May 1st,
May the 1st.
10 to 3, and our number is 248-628-2233. Oh, I'm sorry, 3388. It's my doctor number. Oh. There's so much alike.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
628-3388. That's the Addison Township Senior Center number.
all right. And who would be eligible to come to Oxford in March, and then who's eligible to come out to Addison Township in May?
Any seniors that are in the community are more than welcome to contact the senior center to make an appointment.
Okay.
Any individuals that are experiencing any barriers, if you have some low income individuals, people that have a hard time accessing our branches are welcome to come in and to use it. We try to streamline it to more of the individuals that experience barriers
Right.
because we want to help more people that, so that they don't get frustrated.
Sure.
So it is an easy process because can be intimidating sometimes going into a Secretary of State branch.
Okay.
So this is more personable, and they can utilize the services.
Now, if somebody happens to see, because we have these signs up in the senior center and in our administrative office, if somebody sees it and they come in, but they're able to go to the Secretary of State, will they turn them away?
No, we won't
Okay.
turn them away.
All right.
No, we prefer, ask that they don't.
Sure.
But if they come in, no, we're not going to turn them
Okay.
away. We
Okay.
definitely will be very, accommodating.
So do you I don't know all the services I can have done. Could you kind of run down
Sure can, yep.
some of the
So
things?
at the mobile office, we can do renewal of driver's licenses, identification cards. We can issue original ID cards as long as they have the correct documents. We can do car registrations, vehicle tabs, voter registration. They can come in and register to vote.
That's great.
Handicap, disability placards.
Okay.
So anything that a brick and mortar branch can do, with the exception of testing, the mobile office can do. They have inventory on hand, so if somebody needs a new plate, they can give them a plate. They have the disability placards there, so if somebody needs to come in and get a new disability placard, they can be issued that right at that time. I apologize, we do not do instant titles. All branches other than the mobile office also do instant titles,
Okay.
but the mobile office does not because of security.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And so when this mobile office shows up at our facility, what's it going to look like when the customer walks into the building?
It looks like you're walking into a branch. So it is the full counter. We have the camera station so we can take the pictures. The staff have their computers. So when you walk in, it has, the seal on it. It looks like you're walking into a Secretary of State branch.
Wow.
Well, that's great. That's
Yes.
really cool.
I have a question. If on the veterans license plates, if you have a veteran's license plate, does that also mean it's a disabled?
No, so we have disabled veterans plates that and you have to be 100% disabled or 100% unemployable in order to qualify for a veteran plate. Anybody that is a veteran can get a regular veteran plate.
Okay.
And then, and you'll have to excuse me, I'm not sure, but I know that spouses, there's also some of them that the spouses can get. But that would be a great question to ask the staff, you know, at the mobile office, you know, who qualifies, what plates the spouse could get, you know, if they have a veteran in their family.
Okay.
That's great.
I thought of it because I have a veteran.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and
That's a
those
great
are,
question.
and those are
And
nice plates,
a lot of
and
people-
we do a lot, you know, we try to do a lot with veterans. Veterans is another organization that we work with the mobile office too. You know, because again, you know, they're our unsung heroes, and
Yeah.
we need to help them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So at this
so
mobile
much.
office, if, you know, you're a graduate from one of the colleges in the state, will they have some of those plates on site?
So those
or-
plates, even in an office, have to be ordered, but they can
Okay.
order them for you. And so
Okay.
then we would give you a temporary plate, and the mobile office would have the temporary plate to give to you so that you can drive in the meantime legally.
Okay.
Yep, but we can order any of the plates that they can order at a regular brick and mortar branch.
Sure.
You know, we do have, like you said, the university plates, the special fundraising plates.
Okay.
All the veteran plates.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
This
So
is going to be good.
it's not free to do any of this.
No, there's no
So-
cost to the organization for us to come out. That is a service that we provide. But of course, there's still the individual accessing the mobile office is still going to have to pay the same fees that they would pay at a brick and mortar branch. We're just alleviating the frustration of,
Right.
of going into a branch. But yes, everything still applies. The same documents you would have to have at the mobile office, as well as the same fees. And we do take
I was gonna
credit
say,
card, yeah.
credit
We take
card?
credit card, cash, and check at the mobile
Okay.
office. So the same thing as what they take at a branch.
All right,
The
good to
mobile
know.
office will take that also.
All right.
Okay.
So that's
Such a nice thing to do.
Yeah, it's very rewarding, you know, when you can help somebody that really needs the help. We do a lot with homeless also, and to see an individual get an ID card that hasn't had one for a long time.
That's
it's-
great.
It's just very rewarding.
Right.
So you're coming out this year,
Yes.
and would this be something that the seniors could look forward for next year? I mean, is this a yearly
So this,
program that
we
you
can
do?
do this depending on how busy the senior center is. We can
Okay.
do it a couple times a year. We can do it 3 times a year. Or, you know, if it's a smaller one, we can do it 2 times a year. So this is not a one and done.
Okay.
You know, we're not going to come one time and not come back. The mobile office manager, that is when she comes out, she will discuss with the organization
Okay.
when they want us to come back.
okay.
Because I
And
think
then-
they would save their business.
Yes,
Right.
yes, absolutely.
knowing
We
that you're
do, yeah,
coming
we
out.
do. We notice as, you know, the more times we go out, the busier that, especially at the senior center, so the busier they get. Once the word of mouth gets out, you know, that we're
Right.
there,
Right.
then yes,
They're
people come
gonna
to,
love
then the
it.
seniors come to utilize. Seniors love it, and we
They're
love
going to
working
love
with the
it. They're
seniors.
going to love it.
So if my birthday's not until December, and if I have to renew my license in December, can I do that now in March in the mobile
Yes, you
office?
can do, yes, you can
Okay.
renew early, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no penalty to renew early, yes, you can
Okay.
renew early, and, yeah, you can
Take
renew
care
your
of
plates, yes.
all of that business
Yeah,
at
you
this
can renew
time.
up to a year early.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
that's
great.
good. Because it used to be like a couple months,
It used to
didn't
be
it?
6 months, but then
Okay,
again,
6 months.
you know, things
Yeah.
have, you know, we're
Changed.
That's
trying
good.
to, yep,
Yeah.
streamline
Yeah.
things, and yes.
That's
All
very
right.
good. Yeah, that's more
Okay.
convenient. They can
Yes.
come when they
Yeah,
they
Yes.
want to.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Yes,
for all
thank
of this
you.
information.
thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
having me.
Yes.
This has been
Good.
great, and we look forward to working with
All right.
Oxford and
Addison Township.
Addison Township.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're
All
little.
right. Well, thank you, Kelly, and
Thank
we
you,
have
Kelly.
to go to break.
Okay.
So.
We'll be right back.
On October the 4th, my daughter was diagnosed with a rare malignant rhabdoid tumor on the spine. When I received the diagnosis with my daughter, my hope was gone. When we first made it to St. Jude, my baby couldn't sit up on her own at all. The tumor had pressed up against her spine to the point where it basically paralyzed her. She couldn't feel her feet or anything like that. And just to see her start to make those steps after treatment. Take your time, one step at a time.
Take my time. Take my time.
We rise up.
Good job, baby.
I like the way I rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up. Head down. Do it 1,000 times again.
It was just like a miracle. It was amazing. I was like, thank God for St. Jude.
When the world's endangered animals need help most, when their lives are at greatest risk, when they would otherwise be lost, the International Fund for Animal Welfare is there, taking action to rescue the animals we love, to protect them and their threatened natural habitats. But the danger to animals the world over is growing, and the need for your help has never been more urgent. On land, you'll help stop poachers from threatening and killing elephants and big cats for the illegal wildlife trade. In the oceans, you'll help rescue dolphins, whales, and seals from deadly hazards. And you'll help rescue, rehabilitate, and release vulnerable animals when disasters strike. Here at home and around the world, we can't do this work without you. See how you can help animals and people thrive together at joinifall.org.
Welcome back to Senior Break. And before break, we had Kelly Davis with us, the mobile office coordinator. And thank you so much. She had a lot of great
A mountain of information for us.
Yes, so that was great. But joining us now is Patricia Heiler from the Secretary of State. She is the Aging Driver Program Coordinator.
Yeah, mouthful.
It is. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
What other things are available to our seniors that?
Through the Secretary of State?
Yes.
Yes. And so Michigan Secretary of State offers lots of resources for seniors. It is one of our priority populations. And not all senior citizens continue to operate a motor vehicle, so you're right, they don't need a driver's license. But Michigan Secretary of State offers free state IDs for individuals, many different populations, and anybody over the age of 65 or that voluntarily gives up their driver's license can get a free state ID. So when the mobile office is at the senior centers, the seniors could visit and get a free state ID.
Okay. All right, that's great.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that is another great benefit to that mobile office, and good for everyone to know.
So just to clear up, you were saying they don't need a license because they've stopped driving.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant? Okay,
Yes.
Yeah,
just want to clear it up. Okay.
That is true. Or,
No.
yeah, and people choose to not have a driver's license for many reasons.
Yes.
We don't want to confuse a driver's license with an identification card.
Okay.
So
They're
they're very different
two
things.
very
Okay.
different things. So you brought with you today this guide for aging drivers and their families. And can you tell us a little bit about that, Patricia?
Yes, I want to take this opportunity to tell visitors and viewers all about Safe Driver Smart Options, Keys to Lifelong Mobility. It is a website, so we are very lucky in the state of Michigan where partners such as Michigan Secretary of State all teamed up together to focus on ensuring seniors remain mobile as long as they're able and safely able to participate in our community. So attend senior center events such as ones you guys offer.
Sure.
So mobility isn't just driving, but it is a key aspect of it. So on Safe Driver Smart Options, Keys to Lifelong Mobility, that website is michigan.gov/agingdriver. And it has a wealth of information for individuals of any age, because we're all aging. So that's why we use the term aging driver. We're all aging.
Right.
And it's that aging on your body that impacts your ability to safely operate a motor vehicle or walk or ride a bicycle. So go on there, whether you're an already aging individual that is considering giving up your driver's license or want to maintain safety behind the wheel, or you're a family member, a friend of someone who you have concerns about.
Okay.
Go on the website and get resources and learn about services to keep you safely mobile. And you can download this Michigan's Guide to Aging Drivers and Their Families,
Sure.
free on the website. So you can download it as a PDF, you can view it on the website, or you can order a free copy for yourself. One of the things that I really want to point out that's offered in here is assessment, so you can assess whether you're still safe behind the wheel. It gives you resources on how to go to a professional to get assessed, as well as
Nice.
if you're an adult child like I am of a parent who is aging and you have questions about whether they should still have their driver's license, you can go on and learn more on the website, reading this aging driver guide.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
And this, I mean, this is so easy to do, to go read through it and check it off, just to kind of do that general assessment for yourself.
Yes.
And to be honest with yourself,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
So you can decide what your next step is.
Yep. And that is truly the key. The goal is not to have people stop operating a motor vehicle. It's not to give up their driver's license. It's actually just the opposite. We call it planning for retirement from driving. So early on, as our eyes start to change as we're aging, as our flexibility starts to change as we age, we want people to start taking action then to stay safe behind the wheel so they don't hurt themselves or our loved ones that are also out on the roadways. So enroll in the exercise classes that you guys offer at your centers to maintain flexibility.
Sure.
Go to an eye doctor, go to your family physician. Keep healthy so that you are able to fully participate in your community. Go to your church service if you have one. See family and friends.
Sure.
Continue to work or volunteer. Unfortunately, in Michigan, a lot of what we do does require operating a vehicle, but there's also information on there on alternative transportations.
Yes.
So family and friends, caregivers, the senior themselves can all access alternative transportation, as well as learn what the steps are as they age so that they can stay mobile.
So a senior doesn't have to feel desperate. What am I going to do? I can't get here. I can't do that.
Correct.
My eyes are going. So with all this information, it's going to help them a lot. Just feel better.
Right.
Their thinking will feel better, knowing there is a way out.
Correct.
And just because you get to a certain age, you don't have to stop driving, and you don't
is
have
correct.
to. It's really, this book is good.
Yeah,
Really good.
that is correct. And remind everybody that we all age at a different pace, right? Some of us have corrective eyewear very early in life, others do not. Some are more physically fit or able to continue all activities, not just driving, throughout their life period. And so driving should just be considered that is, you know, you may have to make concessions.
Right.
There are adaptive equipment that can be put in vehicles to help you be able to drive one longer. So it's all about assessing how you are aging, how the aging is impacting your body, and thus impacting your being able to operate that motor vehicle.
And most importantly, we want you to be safe and everybody around you to be
Yes.
safe.
Yes,
So.
Yes.
yes. It's
Not
not about
be worried.
Yeah, it's not about taking someone's driver's license. We truly do want individuals to drive as long as they are able to safely do so.
Right.
Yes.
And where did you say again that they can get these books?
Right. So these, what we affectionately refer to as Aging Driver Guide, is available on the Safe Driver Smart Options Keys to Lifelong Mobility website. So michigan.gov/aging driver. So you can get this. Also, there's a link on the Michigan Secretary of State website. You can find the Safe Driver Smart Options Keys to Lifelong Mobility website with a plethora of information, great resources, links to classes, links to driver rehabilitation specialists, all sorts of resources to keep you mobile so that you can get out and go to these senior centers.
Sure. And speaking of our senior centers, Marie and myself will have some of these booklets available at the Oxford Senior Center and
Addison Township.
And Addison Township. So if you would like a hard copy, feel free to stop in and pick one up. Well, Patricia, I want to say thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you for the information. It's
Yes.
gold information.
Yes, and Marie and I will talk about having you come back because I understand you have a lot a lot of other topics that you can share with us and with our community.
Yes.
So
Michigan Secretary of State really does want to be accessible to seniors in our community, make sure that they have the information they need to maintain independence and stay active in our community, including participating in elections.
yes,
Okay,
which
well,
is very
thank you so
key.
much, Patricia.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and that's it for today.
Till
So
next time.
yeah, we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.